I'm Mike from Eeps Coffee Roasters. I'm going to do an unboxing and review on the Breville Barista Express. This is a really popular and a good entry-level machine for under New Zealand $1,000. It has a built-in grinder, and a lot of our customers and a lot of Kiwis around New Zealand are using this machine. So let's check it out. So here we go. The Breville Barista Express comes in both black and a stainless chrome. I've just laid out everything that the machine comes with. I'm pleasantly surprised. It includes everything you need to make a coffee, just minus coffee, milk and water. So we've got the machine itself with the hopper. It includes a tamper which can be just clipped onto the machine over here. So it includes the portafilter and 4 different size baskets. 2 are for pre-ground coffee and 2 is for using it with the freshly ground beans within the machine. It includes a single basket and a double basket. According to the manual, the single basket is 8 to 10 grams and the double size basket is 15 to 18 grams. The double basket is noticeably different and smaller than an E61 group head. We also got obviously the user manual, a milk jug. We've got some tools for cleaning, including a back flushing tool. We've got some cleaning tablets. We've got the filtered water tools, and we also have this cool little dosing tool. The Breville call it a precision machined filter basket tool, which is basically used for leveling off the ground coffee in the portafilter. I thought this was pretty cool and a nice little add-on that's included in the box. I've just powered on the machine. I've installed some beans in the hopper, installed the water filter kit and filled the machine up with some water. So I'm going to go through a few things that I like and dislike about the machine, and I'm going to start with number 1, probably why this machine is so popular is the built-in grinder. So with the built-in grinder, you have obviously the grinder built into the machine, meaning that you don't need a separate grinder. Cost-wise, grinders are expensive. Some decent commercial home grinders can cost as much as this machine alone. Huge saving advantage. Not only that, it saves a lot of the space on your kitchen bench. Having everything in one, it saves mess, not having to have the separate grinder as well. So with this built-in grinder, we've got a bit of adjustability here as well. We can adjust both the dose, which means that the volume of coffee that is being ground into the portafilter here, just with this grind amount knob adjustment tool over here. This adjustment just allows you to fine-tune your grind dose by adding a little bit more or less ground coffee into the portafilter basket. The other grind adjustment is just that, the grind size adjustment, which is just on the side of the machine here. This is probably one of the most important aspects of making a good cup of espresso, is getting the grind size correct. So over here we can go finer and we can go coarser. This just adjusts the fineness and the coarseness of the grind to get the correct extraction. The second thing that I really like about this machine, especially within its price range for an entry-level machine, is that it's got built-in PID control. I'm not going to go to the details of what PID is, but it helps keep the temperature stable, which is ultimately going to give you a more consistent and better quality espresso. I also like the functionality of the built-in temperature control, which means this gives you the ability to adjust the temperature of the boiler, and you can do so according to the type of coffee beans that you're using. Sometimes a coffee roaster will say that their beans are best brewed at a certain temperature, and this machine really does give you the ability to control that. I also noticed that unlike many other entry-level machines, this has its own hot water outlet, which is just positioned next to the steam wand here. So this hot water outlet can be used for long blacks or black coffee. I also like the programmable volumetrics. So we've got 2 buttons over here that you can program for your single shot and double shot, which can be programmed to a predetermined volume depending on the beans that you're using. As I outlined before, we've got many different basket sizes. I personally think that The only basket that most people would ever use is the double-sized basket. The single baskets only hold about 8 to 10 grams of coffee, so not only is it going to be more inconsistent, but it's also going to give you a much weaker brew of coffee. I briefly touched before that the machine has a much smaller group head and portafilter than your commercial E61 group head. This is expected on an entry-level machine. I do enjoy the simplicity, the ease of use, and how compact the machine is. Breville have seemed to come a long way in the last few years for the coffee machines. About 5 to 6 years ago, I would have never recommended a Breville machine, and most of our customers that used a Breville machine never really seemed to have extracted decent coffee out of it. For this machine and its price range, it's come a long way, and it makes good coffee. This espresso machine is an entry-level machine, meaning that it is more inferior to your higher-end, high-quality, home-based espresso machines. This can be seen in the finish. It is a little bit more plasticky. The power in the steam wand is also noticeably slower than your higher-end base machines. And the internal components, they are a little bit more inferior to your higher-end, high-quality espresso machines. But in saying that, it does have the controls and the adjustability needed to make a really good cup of coffee. So let's make a few flat whites. One of my main concerns and aim for investigation was the built-in grinder and its ability to grind fine enough. I just extracted a medium roast for espresso and I used grind setting number 5. So 1 is the lowest grind setting, as in the finer, and the adjustability goes right up to 16. So 5 is definitely on the lower end of the scale, but it did extract well at point number 5. If I was to use lighter roasts, now lighter roasts generally require a finer grind setting, then I would be pushing the machine's limits, as I would probably need to go near the end of the spectrum for how fine the machine can grind the coffee beans. I hope that this video helped you gain a better understanding of the Breville Barista Express. Overall, it is a great entry-level machine for its price point, and I can see why it is so popular here in New Zealand. I'm going to be doing a few more videos that show you how to get the most out of this machine, so do subscribe, and thank you for watching.